the part that's typed up on the form as an exhibit to the form doesn't have the discount, but the
I
quotes.
I did see that it's discounted in. There is a discount shown in there. Like I think $15,000. I think it was.
Right.
There's a
So that's the
$15,000 discount shown in there somewhere, and I saw it. So
yeah, that's what the difference is in the number that you're pointing out is the discount.
correct.
So if you have to, I think that you also received a letter from Bob Waters saying that he would help administer the funding if it's approved.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you need to approve it with the undiscounted number, any money that isn't used would be turned back.
That is without saying. Okay, anything if it comes in at 250, we issue checks. The procedure goes: you send invoices to us. We pay the invoices as they are, and once the invoices are done, if they come in at 250, it's 250, and the rest goes back into the general funds, Joe. So it's not, if you need the 267, I don't think any of us would be opposed to it, but I just wondered, because you'll only get what's spent to the vendor.
Right. Well, that's what I figured. So,
okay.
But the difference in the numbers is the amount that we typed onto the form didn't include the discounts.
Okay.
And I think the forms were completed before these estimates were subsequent to the form being filled out, I think. Well, but in any event, whichever number you feel comfortable using is the number we would go with.
Any questions? Bob, you have one?
Bob, I have a question. Joe, I know I'm probably early in the game, but do you anticipate the residents having to move while these windows are being installed?
I don't anticipate it. No.
Yeah, they're mostly elderly, right?
They're elderly, but they're not. It's not an assisted living situation. They're mobile. Most of them have cars, and they're able to. They're in the 70/80 low 80s number for the most part. If there are other places in each building that they can go to if they need to be out of the apartment, there are living rooms and lounge rooms available. And if someone did want to move out, we have those 5 temporary lodging rooms that they could move into if they needed to. But I don't anticipate that it would take more than a day per apartment to replace the windows. Each apartment basically has, I would say, 3 windows. There's the typical layout. The living room has a picture window. The bedroom has 1 window, and then the kitchen has a window. So it's just 3 windows per apartment.
Is there much retrofit inside that's got to be done?
I don't think so. That's not the way I understand it.
Yeah, these windows look like they're custom built to the opening.
Correct.
So it should be basically a slide in, in.
Right. The buildings are all masonry buildings, and they're pretty much rectangular without much trim work around each window. So I do think that they just would take out the old window and slide the new unit in, and caulk it and all that thing, all that in one day. Or in one set session.
Anybody else? It's seeing none, then I'll look for a motion.
Are we voting on both at the same time?
We'll vote. I think we probably, where it's presented, it's 2 apps, right, Julie? So we're going to have to approve one and then the other, but it will be the same procedure.
I'll make a motion to approve 542 Main Street.
Okay, that's the one for 3. That's 316.76. Is it the 746? Is that what that one is, Joe?
Yes. Yep.
524 Main Street. Right.
I got 542.
542. 542 is the number.
Okay, so
I second
we have a
that.
motion for 542 for $316,746. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion?
Is it 316 or 336?
336.
Is it okay?
I got,
Right,
But-
it's
The discount on that?
316.74, 316,746 after the discount.
so do we, my thought is, we could do one of we could do one, you know, we could give you the 336, but again, you quoted 316,746, so, what's your pleasure? Tom, you made the,
Bob made the motion.
I'm sorry, Bob made the motion.
Well, let's go for the 316.
316,746. It's been seconded. Discussion. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. It's recommended to the council for 316,746 for 23 units at Main Street. Okay, the second one is 321 Crescent Street. Do I hear a motion for that?
What's the amount on that?
That is 252,623.
That is with the discount?
That's with the
Yes.
discount.
I'll make that motion, Jim.
Do I hear a
Second, Doyle.
Okay. Bill seconds it. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any
Aye,
opposed?
from Doyle.
Okay, no opposition. The motion carries for 321 Crescent Street for 252,623. Joe, you're all set. This will
Okay,
go,
well, thank you very much.
this will go to the council, and it will be announced at the council, and it will go to the long-term debt. And then you'll have to appear before the long-term debt, which will be a couple of weeks away on a Monday night.
Okay,
Just, they shouldn't have much question, but you got to appear. And then it'll come out of that committee and go to the council of the whole for a final approval, and then you'll be all set to go.
okay, sounds good.
All right?
Joe, I just have one question for Joe, if I might.
Okay,
Justin, I'm looking out my windows and it's pitch black. I can see
Yeah.
behind Joe daylight. What state are you in?
I'm in California.
You and my friend Justin know how to travel. All right.
I hope I make it back for the long-term debt committee meeting. I think I will.
That's a couple of weeks away, Joe.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple of weeks.
And Julie will let you know, and you don't have to be there yourself. You can have a representative.
Yeah,
One of the house managers or one of the board members. It's basically, I don't know if somebody may think of a question. I think it's pretty straightforward, but you never know. And that's why they want representation there.
yeah. Okay, well,
Right.
our ward counselor for 542 is Joey LaCava, and he's on board with all this.
But
So
I'm not sure he can represent you. So,
No, but I'm just saying we'll have at least one friend in the.
Right.
It's a 503, it's a 501c3. It should not be a problem.
Oh,
this
good,
is-
yeah,
So I don't foresee any opposition at all. You know,
Right.
if he is something, this is fine. Again, just a representation. And we recommended unanimously. They're very seldom do they, maybe once on a controversial recommendation, they may have given a tough time, but I wouldn't worry about it, Joe.
okay.
All right, enjoy
Sounds good.
California. You're all set.
Okay,
Okay,
thank
Next.
you.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is vote to extend. Julie, did you by chance look to see if what the law is on that? Whether it's 2 years, I think,
I found that it's every year before July 1st. You
Every
have to vote
year,
on it.
it's got to be renewed
Yes.
every year before July
Yes.
1st?
Yes.
Okay, even one in process?
What do you mean by in process?
Well, they're working on it presently. They're working on it presently. It's in.
Yes, yeah.
That's got to be extended too?
As long as if they're older than like 2 years, yes.
Older than 2 years. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Okay, so the Hardy Pond Conservation, we've got to renew these, so I'll do it in,
Just extend, yeah.
to get everything together cumulatively. Hardy Pond Conservation Area, was 2018, the plan is it should be Stora Plan
Yeah,
Conservation.
sorry.
Waltham Housing Authority, Beaverbrook Roof, 2019. Waltham Housing, Winchester Crane, 2022. We don't have to do that one. The Arthur Clark, we don't have to do that one. Wellington House Improvements, that goes back for ages ago. The Historical Stone Wall Preservation, 2017. Stonehurst Exterior Renovations, 2020. And Opportunity for Inclusion, we don't have to. Oh, the design, we'll do that, the 2021 design. I like a motion.
Felton Street.
Pardon?
In the back, there's one on the next page, 92 Felton Street.
Oh, okay. I apologize, 92 Felton Street. I make a motion to extend those for another year.
Second,
No, you gotta say, I can't,
I make a motion that to extend those for
Okay.
another year.
okay. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Loretta seconded. Any discussion on it? Seeing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, I don't know whether anybody saw Julie's work on the CPC application. Julie, would you like to say a little bit about it, please?
Sure. So a couple of years ago, Erica, Dan, and I met and we talked about updating the application. Some of it's a little outdated. And we were trying to streamline it into one. And I don't know how everybody feels about that. That was something we had talked about. I also noticed a lot of it's like kind of wordy. It's hard to read through to see everything that people need that's required. So I try to combine the two applications and put bullet points for what people would need, other than what's on like the fill-in areas. So I don't know if anybody has any comments, if they had a chance to look it over, see if they'd like to see anything on there that hasn't been on there, or should we delete anything?
I thought you did a
Just
nice job.
basically look for feedback tonight.
And if you haven't read it over, maybe we can do the feedback next. But I thought it was pretty good. Nice job. I have no problem with it at all.
Okay. And are people okay with the two applications merged into one?
I think it makes it simpler.
I do too.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like the checklist. I think that simplifies it for folks too.
So do we make a motion to approve the addition ED that Julie has made to the application? What's the committee's favor?
I'll make that motion
Do-
to approve.
Any discussion on that? We'll hear a second.
Where's Dan? We need discussion.
We'd be at it 7:30 would be done. I second that, Justin.
Okay.
Would be recorded.
Yes, we are. Actually,
Sorry,
probably listening in. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, the ayes have it. Hardy Pond Conservation, which we just extended. I don't know, someone talked to me about this, and we can keep it on the books. I think it's $183,000. We don't need the money, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be the properties are gonna come to us through tax takings, I'm guessing. I don't think we're gonna hire, I don't think we can hire somebody to go out and get them. So I just wanted to, this was told to me by the law department, but anyway, it's on there, but I just wanted to let everybody know it's not something that looks like it's going to be spent, to be quite honest with you. I think, anybody got anything that they wanted to discuss? Okay, if not, then our next meeting is April 16th. And we should be getting applications in from Julie,
Payne Estate,
from who?
Payne Estate,
Oh, yeah, Payne State, yeah,
and the Boys and Girls Club.
yeah, possibly the Boys and Girls Club. No OFI, correct? They haven't talked to you? Okay, all right.
No, they're still meeting with their architect.
Okay, all right. With that, I want to thank you all for your time and your effort, and I would look for a motion to adjourn.
Oh, I'd love
So
to.
moved.
Well, Tom would love to, and Bob seconded. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Right.
Opposed? No opposed. Thank you again for your time. I appreciate it. See you April 16th. And Julie, have a good time in New York.
Yeah, thanks.
See you later.
See you
Bye,
later.
folks.
Bye.
Bye.
Julie,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
That's